Welcome to the Keyboard Lab, putting it all together. Now that you have all the basics, you may be wondering, what do I do with all this information? How do I put it all together to play a song? First, remember your finger numbers, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And those fingers play the letters C, D, E, F, and G. Remember this? Let's look at the melody line all by itself. This symbol is on the melody line and it's called the treble clef. Its nickname is the G clef. Your right hand plays this clef. If you look closely, you can see how it actually started as the letter G and how it changed over time. This is the staff. This is where we write the notes. Notes have a note head and a stem. When we put notes on the staff, the note head goes on the line or in a space. These notes are on the line. These notes are in the spaces. When we put the treble clef and the staff together, it looks like this. Each line and space has its own letter name. These letter names transfer into pitches when we play them. Here are the lines, E, G, B, D, and F. You might be asking, how am I supposed to remember that? There are lots of acronyms you can use to help you remember this. An acronym is a phrase or a saying that you can use to help you remember something. The lines are always labeled from the bottom to the top. We can remember the phrase, every good boy does fine. Here are a few other acronyms. Every good boy deserves fudge. Empty garbage before dad flips. Elephants got big dirty feet. Or Elvis's guitar broke down Friday. Which acronym you choose to use doesn't really matter. What is important is that you remember that the lines are E, G, B, D, and F from the bottom to the top. The spaces of the treble staff spell a word. That word is face. That's easy to remember. F-A-C-E. They are labeled from the bottom to the top, just like the lines. Wait a minute. Do you see another pattern? When you put the letters on the staff, look, they're in order. I told you there are patterns everywhere in music. Patterns galore. But that's only 9 notes. Music is made up of a lot more notes than that. Where did those notes go? Notes that are higher are written above the staff. We use small lines called ledger lines to extend the staff higher. We keep that pattern of letters going higher and higher. Notes that are lower than these are written below the staff. We use those same ledger lines to extend our staff lower. To identify what letters these are, we have to look at our pattern backwards. Look, this note is E, so one note lower would be D, then C, then B, then A, and we keep that pattern going backwards, lower and lower. Now that we know all the lines and spaces, let's put it all together. See this first note? Ask yourself, where is it on the staff? Is the note head in a space or on a line? It's on the first line, right? That's an E. Now ask yourself, what kind of note is it? It's a quarter note. So we know we have to push it down one time and lift it right back up. Then look at the number underneath. That tells us which finger to use. Look at each note this way. Look and see if it's on the line or the space. Figure out its letter name, and then what kind of note it is. These are quarter notes, E, D, C, D. Look at these notes. They're all in the first line, but only the first one has a number. We can't ignore all the others. Because they are on the same line, they use the same finger. What letters are these? If you said E, you were right. While all the notes we've played on this page so far are quarter notes, this last one is different. It's a half note. See how it's not colored in? Remember, this note is longer, and we have to hold it down and count 1, 2, nice and steady. Well, there you have it. When we use this process for all of the notes, you'll be able to figure out the song, quick and simple. Don't forget to keep your eyes on the music so you don't lose your place, and keep a steady beat when you play. Now you know how to put it all together.